After 5 months, I'm bringing it back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Who's That Loomian. As you guys know, currently Sea Retreat is going on in Loomian Legacy, which is why this episode of Who's That Loomian is solely going to be based off of Loomians that you can only find in Sea Retreat. Any Loomian that you cannot find in Sea Retreat will not be included in today's video. For the video, there will be a total of 8 different things that you're going to have to guess. The first 2 are easy difficulty, the 3rd and the 4th is medium difficulty, the 5th and the 6th is hard difficulty, the 7th is very hard difficulty, and the 8th is basically impossible difficulty. Make sure to put your thinking caps on because a lot of thinking and a lot of guessing is required for this video. With that being said, let's get into Who's That Loomian. This is a pretty easy one. This was of course Mochibi, really recognizable Loomian, honestly not that hard to guess. And yeah, let's move on to the next Who's That Loomian. This one was Cake Escargot, another pretty easy Loomian to guess, which is funny to think about since Escargot shouldn't actually be in Sea Retreat, but since it's got a reskin, I guess it is now in Sea Retreat. Now that we're done with the easy ones, let's get into the medium ones. For the next 2 Loomians, there are a total of 2 Loomians that I have put together, so make sure to guess 2 Loomians. On the next, Who's That Loomian? This one was basically Swirl and Mocho. I guess I got a little bit silly with this one, but trust me, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the start. If you think this is funny, you do not know what's about to happen as the video goes on. With that being said, let's go on to the next Who's That Loomian? This is pretty much Spreezy and Snogre. I don't know how I made this work, but it sort of works. Just imagine Snogre just growing a pair of wings and literally starting to fly up in the air. But anyways, that marks the end of the medium difficulty, which means now we're going to the hard difficulty. For the next 2 Loomians, make sure to guess 3 different Loomians because I basically got 3 Loomians and I put them together into a masterpiece. Anyways, Who's That Loomian? This was basically Cake Slugling, Cinnaboo, and Mochibi. I try to make them in the form of Totemochi, so basically if you said Totemochi, I guess that's the secret 4th Loomian because this Loomian was sort of inspired in Totemochi's form. But yeah, basically Cake Slugling, Cinnaboo, and Mochibi, put them together and I made that. With that being said, let's go on to the next Who's That Loomian? This one was basically Your Snack, Odasho, and Kapoink. I guess Odasho and Your Snack was a bit easy to guess, but Kapoink might have been a bit hard. I don't really know. If you guys have gotten everything right up to this point, first of all, congratulations, because that's actually very, very difficult. And second of all, the next one is the very hard difficulty, which means things are about to get difficult. For the next Loomian, make sure to guess 4 different Loomians because I basically got 4 Loomians from Sea Retreat and I put them together. With that being said, let's go on to the next Who's That Loomian? This was basically Snogre, Cinnaboo, Swirl, and Haganash. I guess it might have been a bit difficult to guess Cinnaboo, but anyways, it doesn't really matter because you're not supposed to guess them correctly, as this is the very hard difficulty. If you think that was crazy, you do not know what I'm about to show you. Now let's move on to the impossible category, which is a total of 7 different Loomians that I put together. You can basically guess 6 of these Loomians correctly, and the 7th one, you're going to have to throw a wild guess. For this one, of course, I'm gonna give you guys a lot of time to think. With that being said, let's go on to the last Who's That Loomian? This madness is a combination of Mocho, Your Snack, Mochibi, Nemare, Spreezy, Cake Slugling, and Cake Gastroke. In this, you could have guessed everything but the Mochibi. For the Mochibi, you basically just had to say a random Loomian. But honestly, I don't know how I made this work. If Loomian Legacy, if you're watching this, and if you want to make a Your Snack reskin, you can sort of do something like this. I'm sure no one would literally mind at all. But anyways, I hope you guys actually laughed at that because I had so much fun making it, and I don't know what I'm doing at this point. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section down below how many you had right, Armenti, and we all lit.